Hi guys, this is Sam for SAP Careers and Job Seekers Group. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how do you troubleshoot in SAP. So the troubleshooting can be functional, it can be technical, it can be infrastructure, it can be security. Let's go through this one by one and find out how do I troubleshoot in SAP. So first thing you want to do is, if you are a configurator or a user, you want to check your authorization because the error might be coming from your authorization. So you will check transactions like SUIM or SU01D, or if you have further configuration authority, you can check out transaction which create profile like PFCG. Check your role, check your profile, and find out primarily if anything is missing and you're not authorized to do it. So if you're not authorized to do it, there's no way you'll be able to troubleshoot. It might be simple authorization issue that needs to be corrected. You can reach out to your basis person, he can authorize you that transaction, and that should get you going. So that's number one. Number two, if you have looked at SUIM, you have looked at SU transaction, you have looked at your roles and profiles, and you are still not able to resolve the issue, you want to look at the functional and technical aspects of it, right? So what you will do is you will go out and try and put the debugger on, which is /H, and if you run a transaction, it will either give you a yellow triangle or it'll give you a red mark. And if you click on that yellow triangle or red mark, it should propose a solution to you. And this might mean going to SAP, checking up a support note, downloading the support pack and implementing that pack in SPAM, which is support pack manager, or Saint, which is support pack installation. And you would go out and do that and check the symptoms on the SAP support portal. In a lot of cases, you might have to reach out to SAP, and SAP will propose a solution to you. But in most cases, even if you do the node search, you should be able to find out where the problem is in service.sap.com. So that would be number two. Now, if you're not able to resolve the issue by putting a debugger on and looking at those yellow warning signs or the red mark, which is the error sign, you can go and check the dump, which is a program dump, in a transaction called ST22, right? So it is a service tracking transaction. 22 is the number, where it will give you what was the problem and it'll give you possible solutions. And you can go through the solutions one by one. You can also go out and check SAP Community Network notes, SAP Service Marketplace Network notes, or symptoms, as I said before. Or you could just look at what other people have faced similar situation or problems and try to analyze those and come up with your own solution. So it's a lot to do with creativity. So you can look at it and try and identify your solution as well. The third thing you can do is, if it's a database error, you can use the transaction ST05. You can put a database trail if it's coming from a table. Now that table might be below the SAP ABAP dictionary or data dictionary, right? So which is SE80, which is a data structure browser, or SE16, which is a table browser, if it's coming from those. So ST05 allows you to look at the database trail and identify where the error is. It a table or a cluster, or where the problem is coming from. So that would be the number three. Number fourth would be, if you want to try it out, you will look at whether it's a technical problem or whether it's a functional problem. If it's a technical problem, you will go to the ABAPer or the system administrator or the integration architect or a technical architect and try to get his or her help. If not, you would also have to approach SAP, because the problem might be linked to SAP. It could be things like SSL certificate. It could be, security transaction protocol, which is SMTP, or it could be a problem related to infrastructure which SAP needs to address and it's outside of your scope. So you can create a trouble ticket in the service marketplace, and then SAP, if it's an incident, and if it's an urgent incident, they'll get back to you in 2 hours for an urgent incident. If it's a service request, then it could be a few days before they get back to you. and they might even propose a solution to you, and then you have to look into that. So that would be the fourth thing to do, is check whether it's a functional problem or it's a technical problem. It's a functional and you triage it out to the functional team. If it's finance, it's materials management, it's production planning, it's sales and distribution, you triage out to them. They will look at it, resolve it. If it's a configuration issue, they'll create a transport and move that transport separately as part of the support ticket, right? If it's a change request, it might go through an estimate and they will estimate that change request, and that change request will also go as a separate transport. And that would be the fourth thing to do, is analyze the functional or technical issues and create those respective transports, as well as create a support ticket for SAP, either an incident or a service ticket. Last but not the least, number fifth, if it's linked to level 4 support, that means it's not dependent on your application, it's dependent on external factors. It could be infrastructure, it could be interfaces to external partners, and it's not in your control. Then you will go out and do level 4 support, where you will coordinate all the involved parties, call them for a meeting, and then do a root cause analysis, right? That means get to the bottom of the problem, where it originated, how it originated, and do analysis of that and create an exception handling procedure for that, right? A lot of cases when a program is written, or whether a security program object is written, you create an exception handling procedure where it pops up because it's an unknown area, and then it creates a message or an email alert for the respective folks, whether it's business or a technical folks, and they would have to do these 5 areas of analysis and then move on and try and resolve that issue either on their own, or with the help of support or a technical consultant, or with the help of SAP. Either ways, if it is got to do with a data center, like the cloud data center right now, we have Rise and Grow with SAP HANA, then you'll go out to those data center hosting companies, whether it's GCP, whether it's AWS or Microsoft Azure or SAP, whichever data center it might be, you'll have to get them to address the data center issues, because those are not in your control, because they have given you SAP install in the cloud as platform as a service. So there you go, guys. Those are the 5 aspects where you can go out and resolve those issues. Doesn't matter if you are an end user, you are a configuration or a functional consultant, you are a security or a technical consultant, or an architect or a project manager, or you are a system administrator or a mapper, you'll have to go through this process. So hope that give you an insight into how you can troubleshoot problems within SAP. If you do like the content of this channel, please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to this channel, and we'll create more videos to help you in your journey. We have a group which is helping people in their careers, and email is careers@sapsol.com. My company is called SAPSOL Technologies. If you are looking for project exposure, you can help us by supporting our clients' project or our in-house projects by logging to our portal www.hirig.ai, or reach out to our consultants on the email careers@sapsol.com, and somebody will get back to you and definitely help you in your journey. And we want to ensure that you are successful, you have done your best, and then we are behind you to make a success of your journey in the SAP world. Thank you, guys, and I look forward to speak to you again. And this is Sam signing off.